Coach Jay Gruden and their entire coaching staff of the three-time world champions, the Washington Redskins select Derrius Guice, running back, LSU.
Other teams obviously had their concerns about LSU running back Derrius Guice, but the Washington Redskins weren't one of them. Guice was this year's mysterious slider in the NFL draft. There's usually at least one player who tumbles, sending everyone to speculate why. And there was a ton of speculation on social media about why, and most of it hasn't been substantiated. A strange back and forth between the NFL and Guice about him being asked inappropriate questions at the combine, something the NFL says didn't happen, couldn't have helped. Whatever the reason, the Redskins were happy to end Guice's fall with the 59th pick. Guice was long considered the second best running back in the class behind uber prospect Saquon Barkley, and it seems like the Redskins got a steal if Guice is able to prove that claims of his immaturity and whatever else are wrong.
I've never been suspended, never been arrested, never been in trouble with the law, never been in trouble at LSU. And now I'm getting all this backlash like I'm just such a terrible person, out of nowhere. So it sucks, man.
Redskins Senior Vice President of Player Personnel Doug Williams said he knew Guice's background well, and he had no issue with him. It didn't sound like the team as a whole did either. We were fortunate, Williams said in an interview with SiriusXM NFL Radio. I can honestly say we had Guice really high up on our board, and Friday we were sweating bullets. We moved back to pick up a third-round pick, which we were fortunate enough to do and get the tackle, and we were hoping and praying he would still be there, and the good Lord looked out for us. No way in the world we were going to pass him up the second time. Williams said in a different news conference that the Reds had a first-round grade on Guice. But as Williams said, the extra third-round pick they added in the trade with the 49ers ended up being Louisville offensive tackle Jerron Christian, a solid player who fits a need.
And lo and behold, Guice was there, and at the 59th pick, where we had him actually in the first round. So when you talk about a guy that we have in the first round is still on the board, irregardless of what a lot of people say about this kid, this is a great kid, come from a great program, real good football player. It was hard to pass up Derrius Guice in the second round when we had him in the first round.
I know more about him than a lot of folks do, and when you think about this kid, where he came from, and the position he is in now, you've got to applaud the kid, Williams told SiriusXM NFL Radio. Sometimes people misunderstand a kid that comes out of where he comes from. There's an area in Baton Rouge they call the bottom. Very few young men come out of the bottom. For this kid, who doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, hasn't been arrested, no failed drug test, he's a happy-go-lucky kid. Him and I talked the other day, and I told him the most important thing he has to do now is to understand that the world has changed. It's all about business. I don't think he's going to have a problem with that. I think we were fortunate enough to draft a defensive tackle in Jerron Payne we so dearly needed, and then to come back and get a running back we need. I think our first two picks really, really solidified us this weekend. Not every gamble on a player who slips for off-the-field concerns will work out. For every Warren Sapp, there's a Johnny Manziel. But on the field, Guice has few concerns. He's a physical runner who should be Washington's starter from day one if he heeds Williams' advice about treating the NFL like a business. The Redskins do not seem worried about it.